everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Caveman to Cosmos with me, Papa Omega, and Byzantium. So the turn is 7201, year 1701 AD. Welcome, officially, to the 18th century. So, we're one turn away from screw power, and what is new before we go and see that wondrous tech? So, not much. Basically, we keep doing the same thing, which is, in essence, what's new. So, Cardianon is now at population 18, and it is going to be at 20 very soon. It currently has 40,000 people. Production of industry is 849 and food 99, so the city is doing really well. We still have the great farmers working here on that desert tile to plant an elephant bonus. We started working on culture boosting buildings because I would really like to get these tiles from the fort. I again am not entirely sure if we can get the fort itself, but I'm pretty sure that we can take at least some of its tiles. We currently have a total culture production of 434.2 every turn. Music factor alone gives us additional 91, and it's only going to go faster. However, the supply trains that are coming here, together with the food trains, but the supply trains specifically, are targeted at more expensive buildings. Not exactly on the factory, but we have things like steam cranes, cannery, artesian well, and other plant here, which we are going to use for the benefit of the city. So while the city itself is building the smaller, quicker buildings, we are using the supply trains to do the bigger construction. That's how I usually do it anyway. Now, what's going to happen when Cardianon goes to population 20? Well, I would like to start working on the next city, which is going to be located here, as we discussed before. However, I don't think that Cardianon is gonna be ready when we get it to population 20, because it will still require a certain influx of supply trains. I don't want to leave it alone just like this, undeveloped and on the border of potential hostile empires, or in other words, our enemies. I mean, you know, we have Egypt here and everything, which is actually expanding really nicely recently. But I still think that it is very close to enemy empires, and it's one of the cities that could get attacked if it came to it. So what I plan to do is I'm going to get to population 20, but then I'm going to keep sending supply trains here, and all of the food trains are going to be redirected to Constantinople. I would really like to get it to something like 57, 58. We're going to see how it's going to go. And once I'm happy with the population of our capital, and once I'm happy with the production in Cardianon, I am going to set up a new city. It might be still in this episode at the third update, it might not. We'll see how it's gonna go. The city is developing really nicely, but we have a lot of buildings that I would consider even mandatory at this point. So, you know, we have that to deal with. Other than that, I think that we are doing good on every measurable metric. Our population currently is at 26.4 million people. We increased the manufactured goods, crop yield, gold production, education is rising, crime is suppressed, there is no disease rampant in our empire. So we are doing really good. So I would suggest that we just end the turn here and hear it for Screw Propeller.
Have you ever considered a spiral law?
Alright, so we do have some of these threads still. Interesting. Anyway, Screw Propeller is one of those techs that we just need to get. They give us a very useful thing where we get extra moves for water units, so that is definitely useful. We get a bonus to whaling ships. We have a bunch of those, but I mean, this is such a minor thing that, I mean, still, you know, whaling ships will now give us more, which is good. Cannot complain about that. We get 2 units. We have an ironclad now, which would not seem like a great ship, but it has a huge bonus against wooden ships. So while it's not as strong as it might be compared to other units, it really excels against wooden ships. And it can also bombard city defenses, which is good, which is truly good. It will upgrade to advanced ironclad. All right, and that one will upgrade to destroyer. All right, nice, nice, nice. The work mode model, I actually checked it while I was playing because I was curious what it's going to give us as a new thing. And it has a couple of new things. It can build marine preserve, which is interesting. It's, I guess, a coastal... Does it require coastal water terrain? Peak? Not sure, but I think it is built on a coast. We cannot get it because we do not have tourism. That is a technology that we're gonna get in the future. But it is one of the new buildings which gives us gold, and I would bet that these ones can even lower pollution. We can build tidal harness, which actually is a really interesting building, which will be very beneficial for us because it gives production. And so far we haven't gotten any industrial production from the sea as far as I know. And it's going to get only better with wireless electricity, weather control, and some other technologies. Unfortunately, it requires ecology, which is also an atomic level technology, but we'll get there, you know. And the last one that it gives is a sea mill, which is a gold producing building. Again, requires ecology, but it's going to be a nice addition to our repertoire. Wherever we will need it, we'll just build it. As far as buildings go, we get the Sits Sushi Corporation and its restaurants, which is like really nice, but again we would need it to spawn on its own. The requirements for these are really, you know, we have everything pretty much at this point, so really the question is when it's gonna wait, no, that's not it. This one, my apologies. So we would need medicine, which we have, screw propeller, which we have. We need rice, clam, crab, fish, and shrimp. And we need modern offices, officium, and skyscraper. We have all of those, so now we just need to see whether it is going to pop up. I'm actually going to check if we can build it by Great Merchant, because I think we have it. Or have him, or have the Great Merchant, I'm not sure. But I think it really is set, it needs to spawn on its own. And water pumping station is a really nice building that's going to lower the requirements for our cities when it comes to food to grow. And it also lowers fire risk, so that is really good. It requires water tower, which requires water pipes, and water pipes actually require clean water. So we will need to build the artesian wells or have our cities all located near a river before we can build this one. But you know, in most cities we already have these anyway, so it's not an issue. All right, so let's just see about those things. Why are you not available here? All right, you came nowhere. You will just build. So you're gonna go to here. We have food train. We have a lot of food trains here. Damn. All right. And let me just end this episode by checking. You can build the... Yes, you can build the water pumping station, so you can build it. And you cannot build the... But do we have a great merchant? It's a great engineer. Great general. Great merchant. Nah, you cannot do anything. Start a golden age. Discover technology, we build combustion. Yep, it really is fully automated, so we cannot really do anything with it. Well, never mind then. So anyway, that's for now, and I'll see you in 13 turns when we get combustion, and the last tech is gonna be what we're after: motorized transport, bicycles. All right, so combustion bicycles, and next is gonna be more interesting: incandescent lighting. I like this technology. I don't know why I'm looking forward that much to it. Electric lamps. I mean, they don't give that much fire risk, so they're pretty good. And I would like to... Do you upgrade to anything? Place to LED lamps. Okay, so these are the first ones that actually do not increase fire risk. Organic photonics? Huh, interesting. Was not expecting that. And then we're gonna get the motorized transport, and which Which one comes next? Oh, we don't actually have have one set. Alright, well that's gonna be fun. We'll get to choose. I like choosing. Turn 7214, year 1705, and we are one turn away from combustion. So what's new? Well, you can immediately see that Constantinople is now at population 56, and we are actually not that far away from 57. I'm also very happy to report that each point of population now gives us 250,000 people. So at 60, we are going to have 3 million people living in our beautiful city. Now, this is without a doubt the biggest city that I ever had in Civilization 4. I never had anything this big, so I'm really wondering how far we can get it. 100 would be nice, but we will see, you know. I have to say that with all of the modern granaries and refrigerator factories, and now the, what was it called, the water pump station, I think, we are retaining quite a lot, maybe even half of the food that we get, so that makes the process much faster. But despite the fact that the city itself is getting 207 food units every single turn, the growth is fairly slow without external boosts. So yeah, however, if not combustion itself, it will be the motorization that's going to give us the better food trains. I mean, we are currently having food trains. We're going to get food freight. I don't think it actually shows me here. Yeah, it says base 594, which is not really. Could I see food trade? Will it tell me? Okay, so you give base 204, 72, you give base 204, and food freight gives 594. So realistically, it should be giving about 3 times, almost 3 times as much, which is kind of cool. It's gonna take way longer to build them though, but you know, it's one hell of a food freight. So that's gonna make it much easier. We'll see how it's gonna go. So far, we are growing really nicely. When it comes to our new city, Cardianon, you will see that it is at population 20 now, which is great. It has 99 food added every single turn, which, considering where the city is, very nice, very nice. But I mean, I would expect that, considering that we are, you know, beyond agricultural revolution, and we're adding 926 industry units every turn. It's currently building an imperial fortress, which is going to give us a little bit of everything again, mostly culture, because that is something that I started focusing on. Then we're going to build a modern granary. I would really like to have it in place because it stores food, and considering Cardiano now is on its own, we need to do that. Same reason I'm planning to build the refrigerator factory, and if I could, but I still can't, and I don't know why. I do not see the water pump station here, or the hand pumps, or the wind pumps. I'm not sure what the issue is. Can you show me here? Can I maybe... It's 5,600 to build. This is too cheap. And the water treatment plant. The state park. It should be here, but it's not. There's the modern mill, but I don't see any of them here. I guess we are not eligible for some reason, and I don't know why. That is a good question. Something is blocking it. Maybe we need a mega farm or something. Let me just check. We have a lot of other cities. Some of them might be building. Okay, you're building the water pumping station. So what the hell does it need? It needs. All right, it needs a water tower. And what does water tower need? Water pipes. We should have 3 water pipes, so the city should be okay in that. But the water tower might be an issue. Water tower definitely deals with fire risk. Is it on the list already? Skyscraper, artesian well. No, it's not. So it should be here. You're the fire brigade, but you are not an upgrade to the water tower. Are you? Sometimes these investigations give you interesting insights into how things work. Water pipes, water tower. No, water pipes. Requires to build water pumping station and wind water pump. Alright. So there should be nothing blocking us from getting the water tower, except it's not here. It's not here anywhere. Or I'm blind, maybe, and I'm doing something wrong. The reservoir, no, that replaces cistern. Does cistern replace water tower? No, it doesn't. Alright, I genuinely don't know what the problem is. I guess... Oh, you know what? I think I might know. We do not have a source of clean water. Could that be it? Sorry about that. It's an interesting idea. So let me just reach the Civilpedia again. Water tower, does it? Because I did not check that. That might actually be it. That's a watchtower. Water tower. All eras. Water tower, water tower, water tower. Public works, water pumping, there's water pipes. And water pipes require plumbing. No, yeah. Requires fresh water. Okay, here we go. Now we get it. Now we get it. So what we need to do is build the artesian well, basically. Where is it? Here, isn't it? Or do I have you? Indian water straight. Artesian well. All right. So we're gonna schedule the artesian well as the next one, and that actually ought to fix the issue. All right. Well, see, investigation finished. Anyway, other than that, things are just getting progressively better and choppier, but I'm really happy with the growth. We had one pretty bad event that happened in Laodicea. It was at population 47, and it was hit by some kind of breach in the what's it called, the hydro dam well, and it spilled into the city and killed one unit of population, which normally wouldn't be such an issue, but Laodicea is not growing as fast as possible, or as fast as it could, so unfortunately that hit us pretty hard. But other than that, not much to report. Everything is going well. We are improving in all regards. I believe that education and everything is even better than it was before. Yeah, see, everything is growing. We are working on it. We actually had a little bit of a crime problem in Mesembria, but I'm already scheduling a new prison there to get rid of it, and that's that. Yeah, you know, disease is fine. So things are getting good and better and amazing overall. So yeah, with that said, let's end the turn and hear it for Combustion, because I'm pretty sure you guys are as excited as I am for it.
Everything in life is somewhere else, and you get there in a car.
I always enjoy when is the original Civilization reading. It makes me feel like we've made or reached a certain milestone. Anyway, Combustion enables pre-dreadnought, which is great. We can now remove ice. All right, I guess, you know, it makes sense. There are some ice caps that can block you from using sea, so this makes sense in a certain area. And it leads to additional technologies. We can now build, and I think this is the improvement, the remove ice one, though I cannot really open it. And we have 4 buildings enabled: Creative Constructions Contractors and Creative Construction HQ, which is a corporation. I would really like to have this one. Unfortunately, it has to pop up on its own. We have a natural gas power plant now, which actually is one of my, if not favorite, then one of the favorite buildings. Of course, everywhere you can, the hydropower is the best, but natural gas power plant provides the least pollution from what I actually seen so far. So it is really good. I don't think, yeah, I'm gonna compare them all, but you have to trust me. See, all power plant here has the same effect, but gives you even less production and 4 times as much pollution. So yeah, cool. So let's just go through the motions to show you. Oh, here we go. I mean, if you wouldn't really provide that much fire risk, I would even consider building you, but other than that, it's just not worth it. And definitely not building the oil power plant. You guys... Yeah, the Andean Monastery is actually pretty good when it comes to research, and both of them are actually, both the temple and monastery give a decent amount of research. I'm gonna then build the assembly plant. Okay, we have to start with the water pumping station, unfortunately. Actually, no, let's do it this way. Wait, where was it? Like so, so that's 2 and 3, it's 5, 14. We have 15 turns to grow, which is good, and then the assembly plant. Like, you know what? No, let's not risk it. Let's build it first. It won't really kill us to have this done later. Then you build the assembly plant. Seawalls, not interested. Rail shipping warehouse. Okay, we definitely need the telephone network. Let's build the hospital. That's also an important one. Then the refrigerator factory. Why not? It's not gonna come into effect now, but eventually it will. And a new stand. I don't think that's actually enough. Could you build... No, it takes too long. I'm not gonna risk it now. Funeral services in Mizitras. Okay, everything fine here as well. You can build a mail order catalog, the newsstand. Okay, then you can build the call center. Actually, the hospital first, then the call center. And first the water pumping station, because we really want to make sure that we have it. And then the polling firm after that. Can you build me... You can, 2 turns, I'll take it. It's 4, yeah, it'll be okay. Heraclea, finish the call center. Okay, fire hydrants, definitely a useful one. Flammability is not that high, but this will make it even less of a problem. Business school after that, nylon factory. And the mail order catalog, and yeah, you can get them within 1 turn. Amazing job. Alright, food train in Nicopolis was finished. It's gonna head straight to Constantinople. The supply train is gonna head straight to Cardianon. Here we are just... We finished the hydrocarbon well. Can we build the young forest? Yes, let's build the young forest. You finish the young forest here. Continue upgrading it here. And that's it for the turn. So as you see, these turns are relatively fast. I enjoy them. You're building the artesian well now. Hopefully that's gonna fix our issues. The modern granary is gonna come after that, and then we are gonna investigate if we can build some more interesting stuff. Alright, well, that's all for this update. I'll see you in 14 turns with bicycles. Yet another threshold technology that will give us a ton of buildings. No, it's not gonna... It's actually gonna 2 buildings. One of them is actually pretty good. The shop will be fine, but it's just a small one. So really, we're just catching up with all that we had and all that we want. Oh, silver ore near Chrysopolis. Where is that? I need to send someone there to work on it. Here it is. On a lumber mill, huh? Well, alright. Do we have anyone near? We actually don't, but I'm gonna send someone there. Turn 7228, year 1709 AD, and we are 1 turn away from bicycles. So what's new? My usual question. Well, I am happy to say that Constantinople is now at population level 57 and has 2.5 million people living in it, which is absolutely bonkers. 2.5 million people. There are civilizations right now in the world that do not have 2.5 million people, and we have it in one city, which is amazing. Now, one thing that I have ignored for most of my playthrough is actually the population of the cities. The AI is not great when it comes to micromanaging it, but I kind of let it because it's choosing priests. As you can see, we have a 42 extra pops here that are basically just not working out of the city, but they are working as priests. So we basically have one huge priest city, which, you know, each priest gives us 3 production, 4 gold, 1 science, 4 culture. So it's an interesting middle ground. Now you have specialized people, like for example, you can get an engineer, which has more production. You can get a merchant, which is more gold. You can get an investigator who has more culture, and so on and so on and so on. However, I think that we should start focusing more on scientists, because Constantinople is our biggest science producing city. When you look at any other, it's usually around half or less. I think we could actually check it with the second biggest city just to get a real comparison. So Adi is the second biggest city, and you can see it has 3,172. So it has way less, honestly, way less, disproportionately less, and that's our biggest city. So second biggest city, to be precise. So I think that it would make sense to actually start putting some more to science. Now, if we do that, we're going to start hurting our production and our gold production. But I really think Constantinople could benefit greatly from having that science population. So I have made a decision that every single pop that's going to be above 50 will now be assigned as a scientist. So we now have 2 scientists and we have 4 priests. So this way we are going to start boosting our scientific production. I think you can see that, yeah, every scientist in fact doesn't give us 4, but 18? No, 22. Okay, well, the numbers are a little bit weird, so I'm not entirely sure how that works, but we'll have 40 priests, and every other pop that we're gonna get is gonna get assigned a scientist. Now, as Constantinople is currently at population 57, I'm gonna grow in about 10 turns to population 58, which should be, you know, 2,750,000. Yeah. Because I'm not sure, can you say 3/4 of 3 million? That doesn't make sense in English, right? But you can say it in my language. But, well, never mind. Anyway, 2.75 million, basically. I want to get it to population level 59, where it will have 3 million, at which point we are gonna found a new city. Cardianon is doing great. It actually grew on its own to population 21 and is growing still. You can see that the amount of food that is producing has increased to 105. The industrial production is now 1,061. It's working on hospital. We will get the sewer system. We have built the artesian well, so we have the where is it? The water pumping station here finished as well, so the city needs less to grow. We have also the modern granary, which is why the city is gonna grow as fast. And if you haven't noticed, we have actually managed to push the border of the fort 1 entire row to the east. So we gained the access to 3 new tiles, and my work crews have just arrived to actually start working on this. So we're gonna develop these 3 tiles, which is gonna give us more production, more of everything pretty much, and Cardianon is gonna grow. So again, until we get Constantinople to 59, we're gonna be sending here the supply trains, but then I will turn all my attention to starting a new city over here, as we discussed, and we're gonna develop that one. And where are we gonna build? Well, actually, I'm still kind of torn on building it here. I know it is a little bit far-fetched, but this area is, you know, it can get contested. Oh, that will maybe allow us even to get an additional island here. Yeah, you do not go that way. There or Canberra? There are islands here that we could get. We would be able to push this cultural border back. I'm pretty sure about that, especially in time. We could make it coastal. Maybe the smartest choice. So I have you here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I could build a city over here. And then that one would... Alright, so it makes sense to build it here, here, and then another city here. Yeah, so we can settle this area next. I know that I keep, changing my mind, but hey guys, we have 35,000 gold. We really do not care about money at this point. So I could settle it here, and that allows us to actually settle 2 more cities here. Actually, 3 more cities. One, I think I said 3, right? Here, then another one here. Yeah, okay, so we can actually set 4 new cities here. And that actually seems reasonable. The area here will also take a little bit more, but these are settled. Or we could actually, that's also... This area is not that bad, and we are actually getting quite close to it. So if we could raise this... 1, 2, 3... So around this area, near these ruins, would be a good place, strategically. Yeah, I'll need to think about it. Never mind, bicycles. What's up with those, right? So let's look at our education, and then we can actually go ahead. So, yeah, you can see that it's getting much better in many of these. The growth is constant. It is, like pushing a rock, but many of these are now over 3,000. Actually, all except 3. Okay, 3 cities are below 3,000, 2 of which are growing, and these ones, just a couple, are below 4,000, and we have then only 3 below 5,000. So constantly improving that, constantly trying to push it out, prioritize the education buildings wherever I can. And you can see that Constantinople actually reached well above 9,000 right now, which is amazing. Crime rate is non-existent again, and disease rate is non-existent. So we are doing great. Interestingly, when it comes to flammability and pollution, pollution is worst in 3 of our cities: Justiniana, Nova, Demetiopolis, and Nicopolis. Those are the ones that actually have a negative air pollution that is impacting the city. And when it comes to water pollution, the highest one is Nicandros with 308, but that's nowhere near enough to cause us any strives. And the highest flammability is actually just below 350. It's actually pretty cool. I'm happy about that. And that's our total population, 27.87 million people. That is so nice. That is so nice. Alright, so as I said, bicycles. What's up with those, right?
The bicycle is a curious vehicle. Its passenger is its engine.
It is. It truly is, isn't it? So, as I mentioned before, we get the bicycle shop, which actually I have nothing against. That is a really nice building. I just wish it didn't cost twice as much as Assembly Factory, which makes it a little bit ridiculous. And a velodrome, which is a sport building. Is it? No, it doesn't replace anything. It is truly arena for track cycling. Modern velodromes feature steeply banked oval tracks consisting of 280-degree circular bends connected by 2 straights. The straights transition to the circular turn through a moderate easement curve. It's going to be replaced by Athletic Mega Complex, which actually is a great one. I like how many things it replaces. Jesus. It requires Mega Tower. Oh, okay, that's a replacement for requires skyscraper. No, it doesn't. It doesn't actually replace it. That's interesting. So Mega Tower is an additional one. For some reason, it lowers pollution. Required to build a ton of buildings. Oh, all right. And the shopping mall, shopping district, which is a replacement for barter post, trading post, trade war yield. Alright, so let's quickly just see what's going on. Vaccine lab was finished in Philippopolis. So that allows us to give you this one, which is coming actually at the right time, surprisingly. Crime is fine. Education is a little bit on the low end, but you know, way above where we would need it. Are there any things that we can... Yeah, bookstand, newsstand. No, not a bookstand, but factory for books. City Park is a good one. Paper factory. What about science? Not really, just madrasa and the what about production? I'm not really happy about this one, to be honest. Just, you know, for the cost, like, it gives you free. So to make up for itself, it's like what, 2,500 turns? It doesn't even stack with any bonuses, it seems. Citadel. You guys don't give any science, you don't. That's interesting. Okay, we can build the mill of the Caddock and the music factory. Build the panopticon prison. You have a decent enough production to get me 2 of these to start with, as usual. Varna, one of our earliest cities. When were you found? 300 BC. Okay, so that's not one of our earliest cities. Bike shop. Natural gas power plant. We don't need that. We need fire hydrants though. I'll take those. Fertilizer plant. Oh, actually, don't you? Yeah, you have a lot of risks. Crum, we're gonna build, and anything else? Newsstand and factory. For now, you know, decent one. Nicopolis, what about you? Crime, education, disease, everything is fine here. Music factory. And the river isn't much to build here. A hydrogen generator is not bad, but you know, has about the same effect as bicycle and gives chance to burn down half your city. And the river isn't anything here. What side? Nope. Education. Paper factory. Soap factory. Damn, all of these buildings are just... Okay, I guess a beet factory then. That's 16 turns. Yeah, we'll get incandescent lighting by then, so that's fine. Build me a food train as well. And what about you guys? Ah, you're working on this place. So did you build that? Yeah, let's build it. Let's build this. And now you can go up here to build me a lead ore mine. You are a food train. And as such, you are going to be sent to Constantinople. And you are gonna bump it up to 58, won't you? Stone was discovered near Prasinopolis. How nice is that? I appreciate that. Yep, 58. So 2,750,000. You are a supply train, and as a supply train, you're gonna go to Cardianon. The camel horn. Could get a pasture, or we could get a watermill or hydro dam. I'm probably gonna get a pasture. And what about you? Hospital is gonna be finished soon enough on its own. Anything nice here? Anything I feel good about? What about education? That one is still lacking. White food. These are all super cheap, but they also give us almost nothing. The greenhouse is not bad, but we really don't need the money. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we really don't. Observatory, that one I like. Christian monastery. I'm not sure about the observatory. What about the inventors? We don't give any education though. Not education. Shinto monastery. What gives the most? School of rhetoric. Physio. We don't need crime suppression. Let's build an observatory. It can be 2 turns as well. Boosted. Then hospital is gonna boost it once again, so that's additional 15. We're at 22. Yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Alright, so things are looking really nice. I would just really like to end with looking at the population. So yeah, our cities are growing. I kind of like the stratification. We have everything from 57 all the way to 20. And it's gradual, you know. There's a big threshold at 30. And then only some cities actually made it to the top. Is it top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 8 literally is top 10. Nice. Above 40 is our top 10 cities. But yeah, we're not really bottom or middle heavy. That's, you know, healthy civilization. We are growing really nicely. So, yeah. So, next time I'll be back, it's going to be with incandescent lighting, and I think everything is going to be all right. Because Constantinople is going to be at 58. I'm going to get it to 59 then. And Cardion, I'm pretty sure we can already, you know, especially with these styles, it's going to get to something like 1200, which makes me happy, but I still don't know what I'm going to, you know, set up the new system. Maybe I'm going to go with 2, but I hate that. I want to focus on 1. That makes me much more comfortable. I'm tempted to really go here, just raise these guys and add maybe a city here and a city here. That would be really nice. I'll have to see. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time with more Byzantium. How are we doing? We're getting pretty close, aren't we? Yeah, we have just a bunch of tech in atomic lifestyle. It's already waving at us. It is waving at us. Can't wait, mate. I can't wait.